बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। आज फिर आप सबको नूर टॉक्स में खुश आमदीद। आज मेरे साथ जो मेहमान हैं वो मेरे घर के मेहमान हैं। घर के मेहमान ऐसे कि मेरे फाउंडर खालिद शेख, जिनका मैं हमेशा कहता मैंने पल्लू पकड़ा, वो यहाँ पे हैं। खालिद साहब, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कमिंग। एंड एक और बड़े अच्छे गेस्ट हैं मेरे पास आज, वेतना। शी इज़ फ्रॉम यूएसए में हमारे जो मार्केटिंग डेवलपमेंट टीम है उसकी हेड हैं, एंड शी इज़ हियर इन पाकिस्तान नाउ। How are you finding Pakistan?
Lahore especially.
I think it's much better than what I thought it would be. It's really beautiful. The people are warm and welcoming and loving, and the food is amazing.
Excellent. So what food did you try?
I've tried a lot of korma, biryani. I've tasted different spicy, delicious food that I'm going to miss when I leave.
I've heard that you guys have visited that food street as well in the walled city.
Yeah, that was history of Pakistan is really beautiful, and I got to learn a lot about the Pakistani culture, the history of Pakistan, which was it's really beautiful.
Okay, before we go to the marketing side and the Noor project, because the Noor Talks is about Noor project, and how do you, because you are marketing development in USA, how do you raise fund, how do you market us? Why you're here in Pakistan for Noor project? What is the purpose of coming here?
Well, you know, working in NGOs in my space, I yet to find an NGO that has 100% proceeds going to a project. And like yourself and Brother Khalid, who's invested in a project, that's rare to find. And also the project itself, giving back and building communities which don't have that support. I'm really proud to be a part of a movement and a change and be a part of that.
Okay, how much courage you have got from after seeing all that orphanage, your feeding center, Noor Grammar School, Noor Hospital. You remember we were in USA with you for a couple of fundraisers, and at that time you haven't visited the Pakistan and Lahore and specifically Noor project. So how much stronger you are now for the fundraising and telling people that yes, it is on ground, I've seen everything?
I think they always the saying, you have to see it to believe it. And seeing the project and really getting involved and seeing the people who are behind the project really empowered me as myself, even though I believed in it before I've seen the project of what I've heard of and the people who are behind it, like yourselves. I think seeing the project and seeing the people and seeing the children and seeing the everyone in the project really changed, and an emotional aspect of it, really being a part of that.
That you think that will encourage people to know that you've been yourself there and you've seen ground reality, the economic condition here, the people living under poverty, kids are out of school, orphanage, how difficult it is to keep girls and taking care of them and feeding them. How did you find the staff there working for Noor project? Are they eligible, or they were good to work there? What do you think?
I really find it kind of sad to know that there's so much people suffering in Pakistan when we have such a large community, well-to-do community, especially in our communities and the South Asian communities and Middle Eastern communities, that have those resources and have people like yourselves who are dedicated to the cause. I do believe that this project is wonderful. It's amazing to see that the work that you guys done in the last 20 years and giving back. I know that Brother Khalid was raised in Kenya. And myself, I was raised in the States, and you know we all want to go back to our motherland and give back to the people that we were able to have an opportunity, and we should be able to give other people opportunity. So this is a message to the South Asian community. Like, I've seen a lot of beautiful homes in Pakistan, and I've seen a lot of people who have nothing. It would be nice to know that the community gives back to the people of Pakistan. I want to give back to the people of Pakistan. Those are my brothers and sisters in Islam. So I think to the community watching this is that I've came to your motherland. I see the help and the need. You need to give back.
That's right.
You know, that would help a lot to give a chance to people, just like how we have a chance in the States or the overseas or around the world. We all have chances. We should be able to give those chances to others as well. The educational system that you guys have built is remarkable. To empower people with education and giving them opportunities, that's something that people wish to have.
Now, pardon me, I'm going to speak in Urdu now with Khalid Saab.
Well, I want to add something.
Okay,
And
go on.
what Vetnah just said, mashallah, like she said, this is our community. And not only, it's more about for us. It's a duty for us to help our community. It's in our backyard. People ask us, as usual, what made you go into this and why are you doing this? Absolutely, there's a lot of answers to that. There is literally a lot of answers. But one of them is what Vetnah was leading to. The way we looked at it, and we spoke about before, when we are out on the street and we see an older person, an old man, that could have been our father. You know why? Because look at our skin, look at our features, our language. It's the same. That's who we are. We are Pakistanis, and this is homeland. And when we see an old lady begging and asking on the street, that could have been my mother, could have been my sister, could have been my son, my daughter, and so on. And that's what the feeling should be for us to come back and take care of them, because that could have been literally us. That could have been literally us. And we are blessed. Allah ka shukr, like she said. She's absolutely right. There's beautiful big houses and cars and everybody, and they have their own life. I'm not saying they're not helping. I'm sure they're helping everything. I'm just saying there's such a difference between the blessed person here and the unblessed, and with the expenses, with the economy, the pricing, the changes, people can't even afford simple items like tomatoes.
अच्छा खालिद भाई, ये मुझे बताएं कि वैसे तो आप बहुत शाय हैं, लेकिन जब कैमरे के सामने आते हैं आप बहुत बोलते हैं, ऐसे ही है ना? आप कैमरे के सामने कैमरे के सामने आके ना बहुत ज़्यादा बोलना शुरू कर लेकिन सच ए नाइस पर्सन गाइस, मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता। मैं आज जिस मकाम पे खड़ा हूँ इनके साथ नौकरी करने में, बहुत बड़ा हाथ आपका खालिद भाई। आपने कैसे ट्रस्ट कर लिया एक पाकिस्तानी पे कि जी वो आपके साथ काम करे, और इसमें इतने पैसे इन्वॉल्व हैं, और इसमें बहुत मुश्किल होता है। मैं खुद ओवरसीज़ पाकिस्तानी हूँ, मैं वहाँ पे इतनी स्टोरी सुनता हूँ, बड़ा मुश्किल होता है ट्रस्ट करना एक दूसरे पे। हम यहाँ पे नाजरीन, हम आपस में बातें कर रहे हैं इसलिए कि हम इकट्ठे इसको चला रहे हैं, और आज हम बताना चाहते हैं हम इकट्ठे कैसे हुए, और वेतना व्हाट शी इज़ डूइंग, एंड खालिद भाई हाउ वी आर कलेक्टिंग ऑल दैट मनी फ्रॉम होम, अपने दोस्तों से, अपने रिश्तेदारों से, उनको बता के फिर और लोगों को। अब हॉस्पिटल बन रहा है तो उसके ऊपर भी इतने हमें पैसे इकट्ठे करने हैं, जो कि अगले साल इंशाल्लाह कंप्लीट होने जा रहा है। तो खालिद भाई, ट्रस्ट लेवल कैसे बना आपका?
इसका यार अमजद भाई बहुत सिंपल है। एज वी सेड बिफोर, हम दुनिया के लिए नहीं आए, अपने लिए नहीं आए करने के लिए। वी नॉट डूइंग बिजनेस, वर्ल्डली बिजनेस नहीं कर रहे, हम अल्लाह के साथ बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, ये अल्लाह का काम है। तो ट्रस्ट की बात जो आप कर रहे हैं ना, वो फिर अल्लाह ताला खुद देखता है। अगेन लाइक यू सेड, एब्सोल्युटली बंदे ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड है। इट्स ओके, इट्स नॉट कि ये पाकिस्तान में तो वो बुरे लोग हैं तो बिजनेस नहीं कर सकते ना। श्योर देयर स्टोरीज, एंड सेम विद अमेरिका एंड सेम विद यूरोप, एवरीवेयर देयर इज ऑलवेज अ स्टोरी आउट देयर। बट जब भी आप अल्लाह के साथ काम करते हैं, पहले तो है ही अल्लाह का काम है, एंड लाइक वी ऑलवेज से वी आर लकी कि अल्लाह ने हमको चूज किया ये काम पर, एंड वी आर गेटिंग इन। तो अल्लाह ताला फिर रास्ते खुद खोलता है, एंड देन वी हैव लर्न दिस एक्सपीरियंस।
यही सुनना चाहता था कि ये अल्लाह चूज करता है। और मैं ये भी बता दूं कि पाकिस्तानी माशाल्लाह था दुनिया के अंदर सबसे ज़्यादा सदका, ज़कात, डोनेशन देने वाली कौम है। और इनको ट्रस्ट करें। आप जब ट्रस्ट लेवल अपना कम कर देते हैं तो आपकी सोच बाद दफ़ा आपको ये बताती है कि आप गलत सोच रहे हैं, आप गलत सोच रहे होते हैं। आप ट्राई टू बिलीव अदर्स, और उसमें फिर देन व्हेन द बिलीफ कम्स इन, बिलीफ अल्लाह ने कहा है कि जो भी कोई बात कर रहा हो उसको मानो, अनटिल अनलेस यू सी विद योर आइज़ कि वो गलत है, ये सही है। तो वेतना, डू यू नो व्हाट वी टॉकिंग अबाउट?
Oh yeah, of course. I'm just kidding.
You know a little bit Urdu, yeah? Okay. So, क्या हाल है आपका? How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, got you. Okay, Vetnah, Khalid bhai, how did you met Khalid bhai?
So the way I met Brother Khalid was through an organization, a company called Intuitive Solutions.
Okay.
And I've worked with them personally in my capacity with nonprofits that I've worked on. And they spoke extremely highly of the Noor Project. And 2 years ago as well, before that, I heard about the Noor Project, talking about someone who gives 100% proceeds to projects and has been doing this very quietly. As you know, Brother Khalid is not a very public person. He doesn't like to promote, but because these projects are getting so large, he wants everyone to be a part of it.
That's right.
And after my good friend Bilal spoke to me about his experience in going to the Noor, he said, you have to be part of a Noor Project. And I was, after talking to Bilal and Intuitive and then meeting Brother Khalid in person, I just saw the dedication. Who doesn't want to be like a Brother Khalid, right? Who doesn't want to give back and be a part of that change? So I want to be I want to be with people who have the good intentions for Allah, who want to give back for the akhirah. And to help humanity. So I think this is an honor.
Okay, so being a woman, how did you find Noor Project taking care of women at the center, and are they doing something for the women empowerment?
A lot of the employees are women, like myself.
Yeah.
And the vocational school is amazing. There's different programs for women in different fields that they can not only start doing it at the moment, from sewing classes, from beauticians to educational IT courses. There's such a magnitude of educational services for women and men, but for women in worldly areas, understanding I come from origins of Yemen, and learning crafts and skill sets for women to empower themselves out of their homes and skill sets that they can utilize in the community is wonderful. There's management, and then there's also women who are working to get trained, and there's young girls who unfortunately were orphaned at a very young age. And you couldn't tell that because when I sent pictures to the States, they thought that they were in preparatory school and I'm at a really fancy facility. So I thank Brother Khalid and yourself for giving such a beautiful facilities for these young kids, food. These young girls are in hockey. These young girls are doing sports, karate. They're empowered with sports. They're loved and cared for and treated well, dressed well, fed well. You don't hear that.
True. And Khalid bhai, Vetnah, what Vetnah is saying, I know, मुझे पता है, आपको भी अंदाज़ा है कि हम बच्चियों के ऊपर बहुत काम कर रहे हैं, उनको उनकी तरबियत के लिए, उनकी मुस्तकबिल के लिए हम उन्हें चाह रहे हैं कि वो अच्छी माएँ बने, पढ़ी लिखी माएँ बने, वो सीखें। अब जो लड़कियां घरों में काम कर रही हैं, हम उनको लेके आते हैं, उनको कोई ना कोई कोर्स करवाने के बाद, चाहे वो स्विंग करें, कुकिंग एंड बेकिंग करें, या वो कोई कंप्यूटर कोर्स करें, उसके बाद वो अपने पैरों पे खड़ी होती हैं और उनके अंदर कॉन्फिडेंस आपने देखा है कितना ज़्यादा है। तो आपको कैसा लगता है बच्चियों के साथ मिलने के बाद, और फिर आप बीच में जाते हैं, जो गैप वहाँ पे आपका टाइम गुजरता है, इनको मिस करते हैं आप?
पहले तो अमजद भाई सबसे पहले करेक्शन ऑन वेटना माशाल्लाह, आई थिंक शी मस्ट हैव मेंशन माय नेम फ्यू टाइम्स, खालिद भाई, एंड आई अप्रिशिएट दैट, but it's not Khalid bhai, it's Amjad bhai, Khalid bhai, and then there's full staff. Over 140, 150, close to 150 staff we have. Without the staff, nothing can happen.
And then we have Dr. Zafar, Dr. Mughis, Noreen Baji, Nusrat Baji,
exactly.
Farzana Baji.
We have the main behind, we have a whole panel behind us with that to get these things done. So to answer your question, briefly one more time, क्या था question? Okay, on the vocational institute, you know, and see, I keep on saying Amjad bhai because we have, mashallah, what we have not discussed. I think 3,456,000 ideas हमारे पास थे, सारे discussed हुए हैं. So we know already. So I'm answering the same thing we have spoken about. It was our dream. Dream matlab ye nahi ki dream we want to do it and we got it done and that's it. It's not that dream. Dream hai ke, like we said, we looked at, we said okay, छोटे बच्चों का क्या होगा यार? Great. We want them long term. We want them to be doctors and architects so they can settle down, at least have a decent home and a car and a family, and then help their siblings and their immediate families. And जैसा अल्लाह ताला ने हमको कुरान में भी बताया कि ऐसा after facts होए. Well, that is the long run. That's why we have the Noor Grammar School, which is even better than any private school in Lahore. I'll guarantee that. Come and look at it. Come and see.
That's true.
क्या कराते हैं, including sports and you name it all. Vocational Institute, it was too late for the adults. We cannot make them doctors. We cannot make them architects. Short term, because why? They don't have no food at home. They can't pay the rent. They can't have a roof over their head and so on. So what the idea was to get 3 months or 6 months courses really quickly and mashallah, get them trained, find them jobs, literally find them jobs and put them in so they can start earning money, give them loans, small business loans, put them in businesses so they can stand on their feet, at least buy their own food ration for the month. And let me tell you one thing, this I say this to everybody because like you said, we were raised, I was born in Kenya, but I was raised literally, I was 5-6 years old, we went to the States and I was raised there till I still live there. The difference is in our culture, yahan, mashallah, is that one person in the family who earns money, he'll feed the whole family. He will not, at 17 or 18, like in the States or in Europe, wherever, they're 17, 18, by dad, by mom, they're gone. Rich or poor, it doesn't matter. Then after that, it's not their problem. Here, it is their problem. They'll go, they'll earn, and they'll feed the family. If the elder sister needs to get married, they'll figure it out and pay for her marriage and so on, and put the kids to school and so on. So that's, you know, when I see that, like you said, and especially not at one level can we teach them in 3 months and 6 months and get them jobs and they're standing on their feet. Besides that, they're moving forward. From us, we have set up, mashallah, with the University of Lahore, they're actually going to college. Yeah, they would never dream of going to college. They literally, our students are going to college and moving even to the next level, which is amazing. So, you know, when you ask me that, it touches me inside my heart. Literally, I don't have words for it. It's something we wanted to do for the community, and when we see it's getting done, really getting, because look, people do, and I know a lot of people come out and try, a lot of people fail. It's not easy because of the financing and this and that. But here, I'm going to tell you straight out, it's amazing. Literally, we come up with the plan, the idea, everything, we put it in action, it happens, it works, and unko fayda in the end is the beneficiary. Unko fayda ho raha hai. And when you see that, there's nothing else.
Thank you very much, Khalid bhai. आपका बहुत शुक्रिया. और
I'm sorry, I get a little emotional on this because this is very serious too.
That's why we are here. Or we cannot cover, excuse me, we cannot cover whole of the program in one go, in one program. Actually, we need couple of programs to tell people, please come and join us. Please come and see what we're doing on the ground. What is the reality? That's why Vetnah is here from. Vetnah, one word or one sentence for Pakistan and one word or one sentence for Noor Project.
Pakistan, you got to come. It's a beautiful country. The people are warm. People are welcoming. It's a place you need to see. For the people in America, if you're coming to Pakistan and you're Pakistani or a non-Pakistani descent, you need to fit. You need to see the Noor Project. You cannot come to Pakistan and not come to the Noor Project. The Noor Project it's an amazing project. I can't even describe it in words. You have to see it for yourself. And like you said, you cannot put it all together and say in those 14 projects that you guys have in the Noor Project. So please please come take a tour of Noor Project.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.
Two words, one for
And I
Pakistan.
won't ask you.
For Pakistan is Zindabad, and for the Noor project is we need your help financially.
Yeah.
Come join us.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Khalid bhai. Vetnah, thank you very much for being here. नाज़रीन और मेरे जितने भी दोस्त और अहबाब देख रहे हैं, ये हमारी टीम है और ये हमारा पाकिस्तान है और ये हमारे बच्चे हैं. आएँ मिल के इनका मुस्तकबिल देखते हैं. अल्लाह हाफिज़.